Okay, so what we're gonna want to do this is you're gonna have all yours selected, and I'm not sure where exactly you guys would find these. I guess you could probably just Google each one of them individually and see if you can find them. But mine came personally with my audio box. If you don't have an audio box, I highly recommend getting one. That's what transmit the audio from your microphone, which you have right here. And see, it's not like, it's a decent microphone, but it's not like too bad. It's probably like $200, but that's just me. You don't have to have this quality. You could do this on with like a rock band. That's what I used to use. I used to use a rock band bike for the longest period of time until I got this boy. And you don't want to have the audio box, because what the audio box will do is import your, it's probably like $100. That's what I got my audio box for. The audio box will transmit the vocals from your microphone to your computer rather than just straight from the microphone to the computer. And mine actually came with these plugins, so you could probably Google something like related to them. The first thing I'm going to do is AU high pass, and what you're going to want to do is drag this over. I'll make it a little bigger for you guys, and then you're going to want it on around 100 HCs, somewhere between 100 and 120 HCs at 0 dB. So I'm going to try like 1, 2. And you're going to want to drag this down so you get the little curve. And make it set. And you want to get it right so... You're going to want to get it right so where you hear just the slightest cutoff in the dBs. I'm going to try it right there. If you put it too far over, you'll be able to tell that it's too much. So if we do it all over here, you hear it's too much. So I'm going to move over here to where I had it. And that sounds just perfect where I want it. So you can see it. And now, what we're going to want to do is exit out of that. And then we're going to go to Effects. And then what I'm going to do next is this thing called AU High Shelf. So use any high shelf filter. I have the AU one, but I don't know what you guys have, so. And you're going to want this between 1,000 or 10,000 and 10,100. I'm going to try and keep it pretty close to 10,000 now. And the gain, I don't know if you can hear me with that on. The gain, what you guys want is to be around 10,000, no, the gain you want to be between 3 and 0. So I'm going to keep mine around 2 or 3, 3.2. I'll try that. See how it sounds. Underneath the rollie, iPhone 6. Sounds pretty clean. And now what we're going to do is Effect, Last, settings. We're going to parametric EQ there at the bottom. And then for this one, what you're going to want to do is keep it between, let's see what we have now. You're going to want to keep it between 900 and 12,000, if you can remember that. So, and you're going to dip it down. You're going to dip it down to a negative, between -2 and -3. Or negative, probably between, lowest you want to do is like -5 almost, but I like to keep it around the 3 and 4 range. Alright, so once you get it where you want it, you'll be able to tell because it has a nice crisp sound, like the really, really crisp sound, as you can tell. So I have mine here currently set at 9.71 and shit. We'll just leave it there. Crisp. What this will do is it just cuts out those low frequency sounds that sound bad and make it that real crisp professional studio sounding sound. So I'm gonna apply that. Alright, and now the next thing I'm gonna do is, these are just filters that I found that I like to add. They don't really have any purpose other than that. You could probably be done here if you wanted, but that's not what I would like to do. First, what I'm gonna do, I just like to play with it, to be honest, just to get it its best sounding that I like it. And now once I have that, I'm gonna do the matrix reverb. This is basically just a normal reverb, but mine is more professional sounding. I think it's a really cool reverb. See the one we have on right now. You don't want to be you don't want to be too high. I have a preset right here. One. I see what it is, huh? That's a little too dramatic for me. But what the thing is, the cool thing is, as a normal, if you go to the normal reverb, it's the same settings. If you go to the same presets, you have the same for the most part. So if you know these presets, then you know the matrix ones. So I go to back to the matrix reverb, and let's see what we got. I'm gonna try medium. I like to do the medium room and the other one. Let me hear it in here. That's what I usually do for a normal reverb. Iced out codeine, sipping on a Sobe. Bitches say they love me, but they never really know me. Cuts on my wrist, but it's on. But here's the settings we have for the medium. I don't know how well you can see that. Reverb. So I think I'm gonna go with that medium room. I think that sounded the best. Almost like Bones. I don't know if you guys know who that is. So I'm gonna apply that, and now what we're gonna want to do is delay. AU delay. And I have this inverted, but it's gonna start like this. You're gonna want to invert it. I keep my dret and Y around 3.3. And then the low cutoff, you don't really want to mess with this. You want to keep it around generally 3.3 to 3, between 3 and 2.5. And then this, I like to keep it between 0.35 and 0.5 for the delay time. If you have the delay time as too little, then it'll be like bouncing back super fast and sound like super crazy. So, but you don't want it too high either. It'll stretch out and overlap over the rest of your songs. And then the feedback, you like to keep around like -15 and -30. You just gotta like get the right sounding sound. See how that's super dramatic? How we fix that is by changing the low pass cutoff. They never really know me, cuts on my wrist, but it's underneath the rollie. iPhone 6, call me sad face emoji. Iced out codeine, sipping on a Sobe. Bitches say they love me, but they never really know me. Cuts on my wrist, but it's underneath the rollie. iPhone 6, call me sad face emoji. So once you get at a level that you're happy with, and a rough estimate, iced out codeine, sipping on a Sobe. And it sounds really dramatic now, but the later effects we're going to apply will kind of take away from it, so it won't even matter. And also we have 2 sections. I'm probably going to go down to 1 eventually with the bass chorus rather than just 2. But I have 2 for now. And now what we're going to want to do is go to, let's see here. Then you're going to want to do a multi-band compressor right here. And you're going to have options between the presets. I like the sub control. I think that, because what this is going to do is going to make it quieter, but it's going to compress it to make it sound more compacted, sound better. And then you choose the band that you want, and the bands are like the different cutoffs, so you see the different changes in it. I'm going to try the band 2. That's what I usually do. So band number 2 is what I like the best. I'll apply that. And I know that makes it really quiet, but in the long run it's going to pay off. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to go to dynamic processor. So AU dynamic processor. And we're going to go, see it's another cutoff again, but it's still going to be good. I like the fast and smooth for this one, where the sub control is for the other one. This one I like to do fast control. Iced out codeine, sipping on a Sobe. Bitches say they love me, but they never really know me.